birth. We're helping the March of Dimes fund breakthroughs in research and community programs that help more mothers have full-term pregnancies and healthy babies. Please join us in working together for stronger, healthier babies. Visit marchofdimes.org.
Time waits for no one. That's why you should hurry to not miss the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Go to freezedryguy.com or call 866-404-3663 to receive 20 to 25% off Mountain House freeze-dried foods. Mountain House, the gold standard in long-term storage products, include real freeze-dried meats, entrees, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. Yes, 20 to 25% off now. Also receive 30% off other selected Mountain House foods and receive 30% off selected Packaway brand dehydrated foods. Just call 866-404-3663 and ask for the Freeze Dry Guy. Plus long-range patrol ration eggs and ham at superb discounts. But these are extremely hard to find and nearly gone, so call today. Ask about our LRP ice cream bars too. Some items limited to stock on hand. And remember, the Freeze Dry Guy pays for shipping to your door within the lower 48 states. Order now. Don't miss out on the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
Hi, my name is DeRay, suffering from migraines, having Botox injections in my head and neck to alleviate pain, costing $1,500 out of my pocket. I discovered Dr. Ortman and Gentle Touch chiropractic adjustment called NUCA. I'm migraine-free since my first adjustment. Thanks for giving me my life back, Dr. Ortman. I wish they prescribed you instead of Botox.
Thanks, DeRay. Putting the bones back in place is only half of the solution. We design a nutritional supplement program the body can handle, actually absorb, providing nutrients, targeting the problem area. Between NUCA and nutrition, we will have you on the road to a faster and more permanent recovery. Look us up on the web at drortman.com or call 952-303-9124. Let us help you feel better faster. Wellspring Spinal Care at 952-303-9124. Again, that's 952-303-9124. Or on the web at drortman.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GC.
Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. Let's continue to get more of this report from Daniela Walls, the chairwoman of the Tax Wall Street Party. Daniela, we give you about 4 or 5 minutes more to continue the picture on the mobilization worldwide in favor of Pinckney.
Okay, so officials that were responsible for Pinckney's arrest over the recall petitions are now being found out not only to be corrupt but criminal. The sheriff didn't get any jail time, but we're not looking. We're fighting the war, as Pinckney said, not the battle. So we didn't get his 90 days, but that doesn't mean that in legal terms, this means that this is not speculation anymore. This is now in the court, and Judge Chirac was forced to bring these people in for sentencing, so it's on the public record. Unlike Pinckney, like he was soft on the sheriff, I think we said. So the sheriff who arrested Pinckney was arrested for contempt of court, specifically for an incident where he exclaims at a public gathering, "We got Pinckney." This incident points to a very key aspect in the case which proves that Pinckney is a victim of and being sentenced in what the lawyers are calling a lynch mob atmosphere. Sheriff Bailey got up at a Republican town hall meeting several weeks ago and exclaimed, "We got Pinckney." There was a standing ovation from an all-white Republican crowd, and it was a standing ovation. So this looked and felt to witnesses to be no less than a lynch mob. This sheriff has now proved that he was not a neutral public servant, which is what Pinckney has been trying to tell us all along, but now we have proof. It's in the court. This exclamation from the sheriff and the ensuing standing ovation is no longer hearsay, but it's public record. So he and a few activists have started with them signing affidavits. Maybe we can skip through this because I think Pinckney might have covered this stuff with you. I was going to cover it, but
just what we need to wrap up is how about the letters? How many letters? How many from overseas? How many from bigwigs?
Okay, let's start with that. So we've got letters from 10 countries and 25 states that are coming in. If you are in a foreign country, this does not mean you can't write a letter. If you are in a state, now there's a couple days left. What you can do is you can fax them. I found the fax number at 269. This is I'll repeat it. This is the Berrien County Judge Chiroc's fax number. So you put at the top, "Attention Judge Chiroc." The fax number is 269-982-8643. 269-982-8643. And when you fax your letter, of course, the same as before when you wrote the letter, Pinckney needs a copy. Pinckney has a fax machine at his house. So what you need to do is call his home number, 269, I think we all know it by now, 925-0001. Call him and say, "Pinckney, I'm about to send a fax." He'll convert his phone and you can send your faxes through. If you have multiple letters, do them all at once because, you know, he doesn't have much time and he's a busy man. So if you are in a foreign country, there is no reason you cannot fax a letter. It is just as good as a hard copy at this point. So Chris Reese at our New York local got a Reuters article syndicated this week that appeared in countless online news, magazine. They have a website for their news.
It's a worldwide news service, one of the the biggest in the world.
Right. So CBS, CBN, ABS, USA. So this quote where he talks about systemic racism, and he wrote, he says, they quote him saying, "If people are worried about the criminal justice system and racial issues, Reverend Pinckney is the perfect case." So that's bringing a lot of tension. Thank you, Chris Reese. And there's just so much going on, Webster. I could go on and on. Let's cut it there.
I think we had WPFW radio here in Washington, D.C. this morning.
Pinckney did that this morning. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to hear it. And the activists on the ground are reporting that the black community, there's a change, Webster. The black community sees Reverend Pinckney as the real deal. They're saying to our activists that Al Sharpton and his ilk are fakers. They're sick of them. They're looking for something better than phony leadership. Those guys like Sharpton have led them off cliffs long enough. And I think that we're beginning to see something different on the ground than we saw in Occupy and other race mobilizations, where people are really just saying we want long-term solutions. We want to stop these quixotic battles and specific battles. We want to fight the war, and most importantly, now at this stage, people are looking for solutions, and this is the change we're seeing. And this is where it's key for our activists to be there with materials, ready to help lead, guide, and be sympathetic to what's happening, and also address systemic racism as well as economics. But we are there for both, and it's an important time for us to be there because across the board, in white struggles too, we're all sick of no solutions, and people are looking for a way to all mobilize behind something we can get together on. So the activists are mobilizing to attend the December 15th trial for Pinckney and the rally. We're going to have a rally on the 15th and 16th. I don't know if Pinckney told you how to get
the rally where?
There's going to be a rally in front of the courthouse in downtown on the 15th. I will post the exact address on freepinckney.wordpress.com, all of our Facebook pages, and all of our websites, Against Austerity, TaxWallStreetParty.org, or you can call Reverend Pinckney. His phone's always on, 269-925-0001. Give him a call and say, "How do I get to the rallies?" There's buses. There's a whole mobilization we're trying to figure out right now from Chicago and from surrounding areas. And that's what. Do you want me to keep going? I mean, I can keep going forever.
I think that's a pretty good overview. All right, thank you.
Okay,
Daniela
okay. See you
Walls,
next
the
week,
chairwoman
Webster.
of the Tax Wall Street Party, leading
Thank you,
this
Webster.
mobilization.
Okay, going to get back to work. Give Pinckney a call right now. Okay, talk to
Okay,
you.
and
Bye-bye.
we'll see you again next week
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks.
to get the post hoc summary. Okay. So there's the situation. And again, if you didn't get all the details of how that jury has been tampered with and all that perjury during the voir dire, please check my Twitter feed and then Tarpley.net. Now let's get back to the strategic stuff. Look, we've talked about the dangers of the Allen McGurk-Petraeus clique starting something in Syria. This always goes together with the Ukraine-Russia situation. And here the danger is also acute. Here, however, the Anglo-Americans seem to have gotten the idea that their sanctions are going to bring Russia to its knees. In particular, if we take a look at the London Economist of the 22nd to the 28th of November, and the wounded bear, Russia's wounded economy and the dangers for the rest of the world. The wounded bear tracking bloody paw prints over a taiga Siberian snowscape. This is the gloating of the Anglo-Americans. So the idea is that they've got Putin. They can soften him up for a color revolution. They can do that with the oil price. The oil price has gone below 58 already today, if not lower. So that obviously is a pinch on the Russian budget, but I think this is completely fatuous. The capability of Russia to resist these things is immense. Certainly, I think, by all odds, greater than any country in the world. Right? Nobody can be truly autarkical, but Russia has tremendous resources in all of these areas: food, raw materials, population, energy, and so forth. So this is unrealistic. And also, just look at Putin's foreign policy successes. If you look at Putin's Twitter account today, he's been visiting Modi in India. Previously, it was China with the $400 billion deal for natural gas, 2 separate large-scale pipelines from Siberia into China, negotiating with Iran to build nuclear reactors there, and now with India. 10 nuclear reactors will be built, and India and Russia will cooperate on Arctic development in the Kara Sea, the Novaya Zemlya, biggest oil field discovery of recent years. There is no peak oil, and here's one of the proofs. Back in a minute. Right? Nobody can be truly autarkical, but Russia has tremendous resources in all of these areas: food, raw materials, population, energy, and so forth. So this is unrealistic. And also, just look at Putin's foreign policy successes. If you look at Putin's Twitter account today, he's been visiting Modi in India. Previously, it was China with the $400 billion deal for natural gas, 2 separate large-scale pipelines from Siberia into China, negotiating with Iran to build nuclear reactors there, and now with India. 10 nuclear reactors will be built, and India and Russia will cooperate on Arctic development in the Kara Sea, the Novaya Zemlya, biggest oil field discovery of recent years. There is no peak oil, and here's one of the proofs. Back in a minute.
The knowledge of the ancients, tried and true, trusted herbs and extracts fused with the latest nutraceutical science. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. For the last 2 years, our team has been working with top